Well, here we are at part one of the knockdown of this old maid's quarters. And unfortunately, this old girl has to go because its foundations have failed and it's impossible to repair. Have a look inside here. See these enormous cracks in the walls? So this old girl is getting knocked down and we're moving the bricks to a house we've just bought in Manila, and it's going to be used for renovation on our old place, which we believe was built sometime around 1880. And these bricks here are sandstock bricks. They were actually made here on the property, and we're about 40 k's northwest or thereabouts of Manila. And we bought this old maid's quarters for about $2,000 on the deal that we knock it down and take it away ourselves. And there's about probably 7,000 sandstock bricks in this. And sandstock bricks will retail for about, depending on their quality, about $2 to $3 each. So there's probably $16,000 worth of sandstock bricks in here. And we bought it for $2, and we have to obviously knock it down and take it away. And there'll be some costs involved in that. So at the end of the day, here it is. This is the, you can see in the background there, that's the old homestead. And one of the reasons this is getting knocked down is this old homestead is getting extended, and this maid's quarters is in the way of where the extension is going to come through. So anyway, this is a traditional lime mortar and no cement. It's just basically 3 parts sand, 1 part lime. They would have made the lime locally, and this would just be local materials as well. You can see it's pretty crumbly. So these buildings are not held together by cement. It's the weight of the wall on top of itself is what gives the structure the strength. So once you start dismantling, it should, in theory, come apart pretty easily. This here is the old washer's room. So this was the maid's quarters, and this would have been the washroom. So there's the original copper. This is the old tub. So the old maid, she would have been in here every day, stoking the fire down here, stoking the fire, getting the copper hot, and washing everybody's clothes. Oh, that's a nice view, darling. Here's the apprentice. Doing a great job. And there's actually a chimney on this place. I don't think I've found where the chimney comes down yet. Maybe it's just the chimney for the old copper. I think what there might have been at some point in time, there might have been, yeah, so this room here, this would have been the maid's room. So this is where she would have lived. That's a radiator pine ceiling. And I don't know how early radiator pine came to Australia, but I'm assuming that radiator pine ceiling must have gone in fairly late in the piece. Maybe this building was built later than I realised. Maybe it was built around the 19 thereabouts, 1910, something like that. So this is newer than the property we're renovating, but the bricks are still the same original sandstock bricks. Let's see if we can have a look around again at that chimney. Yeah, there we go. So that, you can see it in the corner here. So that chimney comes down here. And it does. It goes into the back of the copper. So they would have lit the fire in there. Put the fire in there, and away you go. Look at some of the cracks here. This old girl. It's going to be a bit interesting knocking this down, because I've got to get up on the roof and knock all the tin off. And I think really the roof is the only thing holding this building together. The weight of the roof, you know, bearing down on the bricks, and also the timbers, you know, all tied together. So I think once we start knocking this down, it's going to come down pretty quick. What do you reckon, Super Apprentice? Doing a great job here. We're struggling to get a single brick out of the ground here. Here we go. Come on, you can do it. Here we go. The good news is once she gets this out, there's only about 8,000 to go. Come on, muscles. Yeah, there you go.
It's like packed in there.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. It's by the way, it's only 7:30 in the morning, and we're both sweating. It is really hot here. It got to 39 degrees yesterday.
Yeah.
Who knows what it's going to get to today?
It's pretty gnarly spider holes there.
Yeah, there's some pretty gnarly spider holes around the place, and probably some snakes which we don't want to bump into. That's why we brought our trusty snake detector Phantom with us. She's got a good snake detecting nose. She's bailed me up a few times when we were in the bush and there's snakes about. So there you go. This is the old maid's quarters. And I actually came here today just with a crowbar to start lifting the roof off. I'll just show you this, because I figured this old tin would have just been nailed down, but no. Have a look here. It's been screwed. So tomorrow I've got to come back with my drill. Here's up on the roof. I tell you what, that is bloody steep up there. That's about 45 degrees, and not a lot of margin for error. So I have got down on the ground here. I've got some rope and a carabiner, and I'm wearing a rigger's belt. So anyway, as I say, you stop falling when you hit the ground. So we'll see how we go. All right, let's give you a bit more of a look around here. This building over here was built, I believe, around the 1930s or 40s, and it was a sort of a granny flat. And then this here is the original old homestead, and I won't go in there today because I haven't asked the owner if I can go through, but we might get to have a chance to have a look through at some other point. Okay, that's all for now.